Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pokey Podcast for our live episode this month. I'm Pokey Chloe.
And I'm Pokey Dean.
And welcome back, guys. We weren't able to upload last week because we were actually away, living our best life.
That's me being a plane.
Come fly with me.
Yeah, literally.
Flying away. But yeah, we had a great time. We got up to lots of fun things, and we're actually going to put a separate video up about that, and it's going to be something slightly different that we haven't put on this channel before, but we want to be able to give you guys like the full experience of what we did, what we went through. So we're going to put something together, something fun that hopefully you guys will enjoy.
And it will be on this channel.
Yes, it will be on this channel.
Yeah.
It's not going to be on our... We are putting our own videos up on our own channels, but we're actually going to put something up on this channel as well in the form of pre-recorded, which I don't think we've done before.
Nope.
No, never.
Nope.
So let's see who is in the chat. Let's scroll all the way to the top. We have got Sean, Umbreon, Jedi, Average.
I'm seeing the phone emote already.
Denno.
We're not even 10 minutes in.
It's not a phone in. It's never a phone in. We got Slicker, Raynessa, Sam. How are we doing, everyone? We got Scott, X-Ray, Mike. Welcome in. So tonight's going to be a bit of like a live kind of Q&A session. We want you guys to put some questions in the chat. It's been a very long time since we've sat down and
even
done this. One. Yeah, even done a live one. And we have a special guest with us as well.
He might not be able to hear us, but if he can, he's in the chat.
Say hello, everyone.
Good evening. Butler's in the house.
Butler is here with us. So welcome in, guys, and do let us know if you have any questions this evening. Like I said, we're going to go through them. It's been a little while.
It's going to be a bit of a chilled one though, because honestly,
it is.
We've had like a really busy week, and we always want to try and get an episode out. So we thought, you know what, let's do a live episode and just kind of chat to you guys. Obviously, we do a few Q&As every now and then. So as Chloe said, if you have any questions, feel free to let us know, and we'll try and answer them. But we kind of just need to, I guess, just sit down and talk about like what we've been up to this last week.
It's been a busy last week, and it's going to be a busy this month is going to be busy, which I think we mentioned before. So we were in Prague last week. We went away on Tuesday and we came back Thursday night, super late, and then I streamed on Friday, and that went down like a lead balloon.
I streamed on Saturday and I started to feel it. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling a little bit tired. Like it almost felt like the traveling kind of caught up to us, even though we've done further traveling for longer periods of time. And obviously different time zones. It wasn't actually that bad. They were like an hour ahead, but this one was just, I feel like we did so much in one short period of time. It kind of like caught up on us, but it was really fun. I've never been to Prague before.
No,
first time in Prague.
My first time in Prague.
Yeah,
it was very nice, but I don't know if we'll be going back anytime soon.
Depends what I never thought we would be going to Prague at any point this year, so whatever the wind takes us, I guess we will be there. But it was really nice. We actually managed to find some cool stuff. I won't give too much away, because I think we got a video each coming out on our channels. We have what we kind of got up to while we were out there, it was really fun. I've just seen Sam put, have you put the trophy in a case and got a diamond necklace? Yeah, I need to sort that out. I don't know how we would do that though. I think we should get a case. That would be pretty cool. Yeah,
that's like maybe got like a plaque on it that's like decorated. It's only because I've seen a case similar to that for another card.
Oh yeah.
Along those lines.
So we, as Chloe said, we're going to do a dedicated video. We're still happy to talk about, obviously, if you follow us on Instagram, you guys will know what we're talking about. We actually picked up the London 22 #1 trainer, which was handed to the winner of the TCG and the VGC, right? Butler, am I correct?
Yeah, TCG and the video game.
Yeah. So we actually thought there were only 8 in the world, but apparently this year, I think in previous years, Pokemon handed out 2 of the #1 trainers, but this year it was only 1 copy. So there's actually 6 in the world, which is crazy. But the reason we kind of wanted to purchase this card is because London Worlds has a bit of a sentimental value to us, in the fact that it was our first ever world that we've ever been to. Obviously, we're from the UK, and London was our hometown sort of thing. So we thought, you know what? If we were ever to get a trophy card,
this would be it.
It would have to be from this one, just because it holds that much sentimental value to us. And when this opportunity came around for us, I feel like it was one we just thought, do you know what?
We just got to do it.
We got to do it. We got to bring it home. Obviously, it was handed to the winner, and then it ended up in Prague. But now it is back in England.
Mate, it's done a full circle.
It's done a full circle.
I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, it's back. It's back on home soil, which is really cool. So I'm really proud that like we own that.
Yeah.
Like being from the country that the tournament was held.
It was quite a process from the start when it all kind of initiated. I honestly didn't think we'd get to the point of actually owning it. So yeah, well,
it was really funny because like we were all talking about it and we were saying that we would just love one of the Champions Festival cards at the very beginning of Worlds. We were like, I need to get one of those. I need to get one of those. And then it was like, oh, do you know what? Some of the staff cards are kicking about. We need to get a staff card. And now we actually have every single stamped card you could possibly get, which is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. But guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, do us a massive favor, hit that thumbs up. And also, we are super close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you could do us a massive favor, share out the stream right now, share out the channel to your friends, get them to subscribe, get them to check out the channel, and I think we said at 1,000 subscribers we're going to do a giveaway.
Yeah, we will do a giveaway.
So definitely share the stream out, get your friends involved. It's always good seeing you guys live and talking to you guys while doing an episode, because obviously we record these pre-recorded.
Yeah.
But yeah, today we thought let's do a live one so we can get one out this week and just chat and hang out with you guys.
Spice it up a bit.
We're seeing some people jumping in. Sunny, how's it going? We got Ayan here. How are you doing?
Guys, thank you so much for joining.
I saw Dean's video saying sub this. Hey, appreciate it.
Thank you
for coming over.
New subscribers. So that was last week, which was Prague. So that was the first week of October. And then not next week, the week after, we have got the London Card Show.
Yeah, well, next week's my birthday.
It's your birthday, yeah.
Then London Card Show.
And then we've got our Halloween box breaks as well. So it's like that one weekend is like, and then it's my birthday. So it's like, it's back to back to back the next few weeks. And in between that, there's a couple of other bits going on. So it's going to be very busy. And then on top of all of that, we're both going to have an announcement.
Yes. Yeah, we are.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, we are. We got something really cool coming, guys.
Yeah, there's something else going on that's been being worked on in the background for a little while now, and it's coming to the...
What are we talking about? there's so many things happening in the background.
I think
so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, there's something else we're going to be announcing. That's going to be coming up soon, which is going to be something really exciting and is going to be part of everything we're doing for over the next year or so. So there's almost too much to when you sit down and think about everything we've got coming up and going on. Like we were saying earlier, I get stress streams about things. I'm already thinking about all the things I need to sort tomorrow, and I'm going to have a stress stream about that later.
Yeah, it's a lot to process.
It's not the Edinburgh Card Show, Sean.
Oh, is that what Sean's saying?
I do apologise. When is the Edinburgh Card Show?
Getting him excited.
Can someone confirm the date?
I thought that was next March.
I have a...
no, that's Cardiff, no?
Cardiff is next March in the stadium.
Maybe it's not.
Maybe it's...
Sean should know. It's his home...
I was going to say.
Is it his hometown? Or should I say Glasgow? I'm not too sure. It's one of the two.
You don't want to say something
July,
offensive there.
It's
July. So I don't know if... Because you said you might be away.
Oh, yeah, because it's my birthday weekend.
Yeah, so I don't know what we're going to be doing either. Because also on top of you potentially being away, and I spoke about there's, a lot of things coming up. Next year, we're going to be travelling a lot more for several different reasons. So we're going to obviously try and make it to as many shows and things here in the UK, but we also are going to have commitments where we're going to be attending other things elsewhere in the world. So it's going to be a lot to squeeze into the schedule and work out what we're going to and what we're not going to, but we kind of have to wait for a couple of things just to get in motion first. Number one, before we can really say anything, and number two, before we can work out where we're going and what we're doing.
I almost feel like we're going to be a bit spoilt for choice next year, because from what I've seen is that there are a lot of shows happening or starting to happen next year. I think Cardiff Card Show's just announced that it's going to be quarterly, so there's going to be 4 shows in a year. I'm pretty sure other shows are going to be following suit, if not already announced that they're doing that as well. So I feel like it's going to be pretty difficult to pick. And I said this, I was having this conversation today actually with these card shows. It's going to be great for the community. Obviously, the more shows you do, the more it's going to bring people in and stuff like that. The only concern I have, maybe the butler might agree with me on this one, have an opinion, is that from what I've experienced is when there's not a big period of time between these shows, it's usually the same vendors and they have the same stock, they have the same stuff, because you can't pick up or sell enough in that time frame.
Not to be 100% different from
yeah,
where you
to have
were
anything
before.
new.
It starts turning into they're pumping out quantity over quality with shows then, and I feel like we've always said we want more going on here and lots of stuff, but when each show is then the same people and the same general setup, it starts to become, well, why are we going to all of them? What are we going to go to all of them and experience? If we're going to experience the same thing at the one, 2 hours away from us, why are we going to travel 6 hours? Or do you know what I mean? Unless that particular show has something different to offer, or there's going to be vendors we haven't seen before, or there's going to be other things going on we haven't seen before. Why, for me personally, why would I go to all of them if they're all going to be the same? When there's other Comic-Cons
not even
and other
us
events
though.
going
I think
on.
other people as well, they're going to just have to pick and choose, because they're going to say, right, well, to be fair, we've just been to this one. I don't really expect anything new to happen. I'll just wait until a month or two when the next one is. I'll go to that one. So
I think it will stop a lot of people traveling as well.
Yeah.
When they know there's more.
If there's one on their
ones.
doorstep.
Yeah. They'll just wait for that one.
The last couple of London card shows, and Cardiff being the first one we went to as well, a lot of people travelled to make like a day of it.
Yeah.
But that won't constantly happen.
Every week.
Local ones popping up. Every other month you can go to a different one.
Yeah. I mean, James, by the way, let me give some shouts. What's up, Anthony? I see you. Jedi as well. We got Drevin and Denom. I think we said hi earlier. Or maybe
Thank
Chloe
you
did.
guys
I didn't.
for jumping in. Appreciate you.
But I did see Renee say, can you trade during the day at the local card show, or is it specific to buying until the trade night? Well, I mean, no one's monitoring. So if you go to a store,
will go on.
Yeah, if you go to a stand, and say, hey, I really like this, I have this, would you consider trading or part trading? Like, that's totally fine. There isn't like any trade police walking around like not letting you do it, but I'd highly suggest you even try and do that, because you might get a better
trades over
when we were at Cardiff, people came up to us because we were vending, and they offered would we trade stuff. I traded something for a full art Espion EX, which is really, really nice card. So yeah, definitely would suggest you try and do that. James says more events are great for local communities. If you're traveling, 1 or 2 a year ago is enough, in my opinion. I think that's, like I said, that's my only concern, is that if there's so many happening, I feel like it's gonna get a bit samey. And then I think people will start to pick and choose. So it might be a bit of a concern for people running these shows that are doing so many, that
are they going to get quite the turnout that if they were only to do it not as often and make something a bit more of it, rather than it's tough. It's tough, like you say. It's good for the local communities, and it's good for local people who can't travel and go all over and follow all the other card shows. But with what we do, for example, it comes to the point where we will probably only pick and choose to go to a handful here in the UK, because like I said, we will be attending and going to other things elsewhere. Not just because we want to, but because we're actually going to have things going on where we're going to have to be going to other things as well. So
we got the legend himself, JSR, in the building.
JSR Collectibles.
See him, Mr. Big Time. Hope you're doing well, brother. What else is everyone saying? We got green tea. We need to get the Butler cardboard cutout to sit on screen. Should we just put him right here?
Put him right in the middle.
Put him right there.
Oh, we have got the Butler. Oh, he's over in his box. He can't come out. He's all locked away. I'll let him out maybe later.
He'll be like, hey, let me out. But yeah, no, so that is basically what we've been up to so far. I mean, I've actually been really enjoying Lost Origin recently.
I mean, I had quite a big Lost Origin delivery today, you saw.
Yeah. But I was speaking to the butler, is that we've had, how many boxes have we opened between ourselves off camera? Like 28?
So I've done 22 now.
And I've done 6. And we haven't pulled a single alt art.
I've done 1.
Oh, I pulled one as well, actually.
One
I pulled the Aerodactyl. So we got 2 alt arts.
2 out of 28 boxes.
The pull rate's tough.
That's
the
not
interesting
great.
thing is Chloe's just received Wave 2 of Lost Origin booster boxes. So it'll be interesting to see if it's still the same sort of...
I'm going to do like a bit of an experiment video where we're going to see if Wave 2 is any better than Wave 1, or is it more tragic than Wave 1?
Yeah, that's a good shout.
We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. What do you guys think in the chat? Do you think that they changed the pack weight or pull rate, sorry, of different waves? Do you think? Because I found when we opened those pre-release kits before the set even came out, everyone was getting hits.
Yeah, you said about
There
that.
was that run of sleeved Evolving Skies blisters that were cracked as well. So let us know your opinion in the chat, guys. But also, I see Nort in the building. We got Nort here. We got Castle Knight in the building. How you guys doing? We got Chris here. I may do a few trades at London Card Show this month. We shall see. Ooh, I'm looking forward to it.
Exciting. Talking about Evolving Skies, because everyone's saying that the Evolving Skies reprint hit rates.
You're not about to talk about your idea, are you?
No.
Okay.
Oh, what?
No.
Okay. No.
All right, cool.
I have mentally scarred Dean this evening.
Yeah.
Last night, while I was just about to fall asleep, I had a brainwave of some insane ideas for my channel, and I started telling the butler about it, and he was like, probably couldn't care less. He was trying to watch Match of the Day, falling asleep. Anyway, and I'm really excited about it. So I introduced the ideas to Dean this evening, and I watched the life fade out from his eyes with every idea that I shared, and one of them involved Evolving Skies. And no, that's not what I was going to mention. But guys, let me just tell you something, okay? I want to do things that are fun, maybe slightly dangerous, but not to the point of lethal. Something that just gets the blood pumping a little bit. Something that excites you, excites me, maybe gives us a laugh, maybe scares me a little bit. So just keep your eyes peeled. There could be some fun things coming. Dean might be involved, he might not be. Currently, he's about 10% on the ideas. He's agreed to one of them out of the 50 I've suggested. Two of them.
Two, I'd say okay. But
so if you want to see me potentially scare myself, near death, not full death, thumbs up in the chat. But Evolving Skies, what I was going to say was the people have said the reprint is really tough. While I was streaming last night and we were open Evolving Skies, a couple of people jumped in the chat saying some of the product they've bought recently, they're not getting any hits. It's like completely dry, whereas actually the packs we were opening were pretty much okay. But they are from a mix. They're from a mix of waves.
I saw Matt Deacon got some of the Legend. Matt Deacon got some of the Pokemon Center Evolving Skies.
Oh,
the sleeve.
Yeah.
He opened his second pack. He got the Alt Art Glaceon.
Right, so there we go. I mean, I pulled an Alt Art on Friday. Oh,
but it's crazy.
That was short-lived.
It's crazy how much those boxes have gone up though. £250.
Evolving, and even the big Alt Arts, the prices they're selling for, and then the Japanese Moonbryon is selling for sickening at crazy.
I think it's over $2,000 now.
Yeah.
PSA 10.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
$2,000.
I mean, the English one raw is going for what, 600-700?
I think it's going 600-700 in PSA 10.
I know JSR's licking his lips as we're speaking. I can feel it. We got Laguiri here. How are you doing, Laguiri? Hope everyone is doing well. To everyone who's just jumped in, guys, if you have just jumped in, please hit that like button, share the stream out. We're on 50 viewers for a live stream. That's crazy. Thank you to everyone jumping in.
People want to see it. Near Death Chloe.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't put near deep. Don't put near deep. Can't even say it, I'm that scared.
Near Death Dean.
Yeah, I just said don't get me involved in your life-threatening antics.
I'm going to start doing some fun things, and if they go down well, they go down well. If they don't, then it's my possible loss of life. I mean, no one else is going to be affected. So.
Well, we'll have to wait and see about that one. But yeah, no, Evolving Skies is... There was talk of there being a reprint. I don't know if that's happened or is happening. Silver Tempest is coming out in...
There's still supposed to be a Evolving Skies ETB reprint in the UK.
Yeah,
I think the USA might have got it already, but the UK still haven't received it.
Got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Charizard... we could talk about that.
Charizard.
I didn't even think about it. Charizard UPC's been dropping early.
Well,
I've seen people been...
I don't think they've been dropped. I think there might be a bit of
bit of under the shelf
pinching going on somewhere. Yeah, I actually mentioned this in my stream yesterday, and there was one particular incident. Well, I'm going to call it an incident because I'd say it was an incident where someone had about 20 odd Charizard UPCs.
Is that the person we saw on Instagram?
Yes, and they were on YouTube, and it turns out. I don't think it was acquired legitimately or whatever happened. I don't know the ins and outs of it. And someone even mentioned in the chat that they were charging for people even watching the live. The whole thing was just sus.
Sus. Very sus.
But I've seen a couple of other people with like pictures in cars with like a couple of boxes.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that.
distributors aren't even like giving them out. Like, where are they? People are pinching them from distribution, or like I don't
People
understand.
must get them early though, like bigger stores, because sometimes you see like Walmart accidentally putting Silver Tempest on the shelves. Like there must be certain places, brick and mortar, that do actually get an early supply and are expected to just not put it out.
I reckon for the UK, that's Total Cards. Apparently, they're the biggest people in the UK, and they get like a lot of stock.
The only thing in the UK is we're normally always later as well. So even
Yeah,
if anyone
very
gets it early
slightly.
in the UK, it's already been released.
Because obviously, Pokemon, for example, do send product, and not every product they release to like a lot of the bigger YouTubers and things like that. So we see those sort of early openings, but that is marketed and engineered by Pokemon. That's purposely put out there. You know, at Worlds we were seeing them getting Lost Origin boxes, which was a couple of days before release, and they were embargoed.
No, they were Astral. The staff.
No, the
influencers.
influencers. So like they were given a couple of boxes and ETBs, and then I think it was the second or third day they were all taken and allowed to open them, and they posted the stuff. That I don't mind, because it's close enough to release date and it's coming from the official source. It's these people who are like going about things maybe ways they shouldn't be and getting product, and then it just causes a lot of controversy, I think, and it's just, I don't know. There's always going to be leaks. We're always going to see things early, but like the Charizard UPC, it's crazy that there's that many out there already.
Well, I just hope that it's printed. I've heard rumoured that it's printed 3 times more than Celebrations. I don't know where that come from.
I heard there was going to be a reprint of it in December as well. So already before the products even come out, we're already hearing of a scheduled reprint. So
yeah,
I think when we first got wind that it was coming out, I know being an online store, I have an extremely low allocation, like so minimal. It might as well not be there. And it was the same with a lot of other just normal size TCG stores, apart from the likes of your Walmarts, your Targets, you know, all the bigger ones. But I'm actually starting to think that maybe the FOMO that people might have been getting, they shouldn't be, because I think there's going to be more of it maybe than we realise. Even if it's not all immediately, I think everyone will be able to get their hands on it at some point.
I think actually being Charizard though, there will be a lot of
people are going to, and the whole,
I know there'll be people wanting to hold that, or just putting it straight on eBay. Umbra, I just saw your comment. That's funny. We got Sunny saying Pokemon Center UK had pre-orders and it went quick. Yeah, apparently it went really quick. But also, I think it's one of them things again. It's just when there's loads of people trying to get on one site, it just crashes.
Yeah, any one point, it's always going to be, no matter how big the company is.
Yeah.
Or how well it's been built.
So that's coming out on the 28th, I think, which is literally, 18
days?
That's
the day of the London Card Show.
29th?
No, yeah, that's the day of Comic-Con.
Day of Comic-Con, that's that then.
Don't mind me.
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a Friday, guys, always a Friday.
And then Silver Tempest. Now, my question to these people in the chat, right? So all 50 of you.
To these people.
To you guys, is when I've been doing box breaks on stream, especially with Lost Origin, a lot of people were like, I'm not going to get as much Lost Origin because I'm waiting for Silver Tempest. I'm hyped for that set. No, I'm talking to you in this one. Why? The thing I didn't get at the time is, why were you waiting for something you didn't know anything about? Obviously, we've seen and we have. There's been leaked of there's been a Lugia card now, but this was before even that. Other than the Lugia, we don't know anything else about that set. So
we don't even know what the trainer gallery looks like.
No,
we don't know anything.
So are you guys still hyped for Silver Tempest? Are you thinking it's going to be a lot better than Lost Origin? Or do you think that it's going to be like the best set to end on Sword and Shield?
So, good question, because Jazz has just put in there all art Lugia confirmed. There has been, from what I've seen, no all art leaks.
No.
And that's fine. I don't want to see them yet. I have seen the Rainbow Lugia leak.
Full art and a rainbow.
I've seen the gold as well.
The full art got leaked this week, and the gold. The rainbow got leaked this week, I think a couple of days ago. I have not seen, unless any of you guys have, I have not seen a single alternate art leak.
I was going to say, maybe most people...
I have. I've seen the unknown. The unknown.
Oh, yes, no, you're
maybe
right, you are right.
Most people who are excited, like Denom said, for Silver Tempest are just people who didn't find Lost Origin too exciting.
So they were just getting excited about the next thing.
That's fair enough.
I tell a lie. I have seen character cards. There's a Blaziken character card. There's a Blaziken VMAX, and I have seen that.
The VMAX one
sort of looks like the Chilling Rain one.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like running, flying sort of thing.
I have seen.
There's also
a Blaziken VMAX.
an alt art Reggie Drago, which has Lugia in the corner.
You're right. So actually, I've seen more than I thought I had. But in general, there hasn't been as much floating around about it yet.
But what my thing is that the alt arts that have been leaked, so the unknown, the Reggie Drago, they're not fan favorite Pokemon, you know?
No.
Like
at all.
Is anyone in the chat like super hyped for an alt art
You're
unknown
about to
or
offend
an
all
alt
the
art?
unknown and
No,
Reggie
I'm not saying like you're wrong for thinking that. I'm just wondering, is there people out there
they're
that
not
are
the most
hyped for it?
popular Pokemon at all.
Yeah, because Reggie Drago, which is pretty cool, I think this might be like the third ever artwork it has. That Reggie Drago doesn't actually have that many card artworks.
So that in
that's
itself
really cool.
is a big deal, yeah.
But
like you say, over Lost Origin, where is the
you had the Charizard Trainer Gallery, Pikachus. There was like 3 or 4 in that.
The Pikachus in Lost Origin alone were, and then you get the Aerodactyl alt art, the Gyarados. Like, I don't know, I just feel like the alt arts were really
really decent.
Really in your face, yeah. Green Tea still waiting for the Lugia alt, yeah. Are we going to get it?
I'm personally waiting for the next era set after Silver Tempest because we were at Sword and Shield. It had. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm actually really hyped for the Sword and the Scarlet and. Well, I think we're getting that V-Star universe.
Yes.
Before we move into the next era. I keep
seeing stuff about that on Twitter, so I'm sure that's going to be... Not that Twitter's the Holy Bible and tells the truth, but you know. Because
if it's going off anything like how Sword and Shield started, I believe Sword and Shield base started in February. So we should expect to see the release of the first ever Scarlet and Violet base set to be around February time.
That makes sense. Because I have seen leaks for... Well, I have seen leaks, and I don't know what it's for. They look like character cards from the Trainer Gallery, but they're...
Matt Cully put up.
Yes, but they're not...
it's
not TG.
Because it's German.
It's German. They're
it's
not
German.
English.
That's why.
Yeah, it's not
GG, I think.
Because all I saw was the zoom in on GG. I didn't see that the card language itself wasn't English. That's interesting, right? So
it's not in English.
Scrap that then.
Unknown is my #1 most hated Pokemon. Oh no, Trevin.
Strong that is. That is strong.
Someone said to me on stream the other day, if I had to get rid of one Pokemon, what would it be? I said Sandygast or Klefki. Why is there a set of keys as a Pokemon? I don't understand that one personally. Yeah, there are a few. V-Star Universe leaks look awesome if they're real. Yeah, I mean, it'll be really cool. I'm guessing it's just going to be a huge... I think what it's going to be is how Shining Fates had a massive shiny subset. I think we're going to get a massive alt art or Trainer Gallery subset, whatever you want to call it. I guess it's Trainer Gallery subset. And that'll be really, really cool. That'll be the best way to end Sword and Shield, in my opinion, and then move on to Scarlet and Violet, which I'm also really, really excited for the game. Is anyone going to be buying the game? I said this on stream the other day. If you get in the game, are you Team Scarlet or are you Team Violet? I know some people are doing both, but are you going to be playing it? Would you even potentially like to see us maybe do a playthrough somehow, in some way, maybe in the future? Let us know.
The dream team.
Yeah, could you imagine? I mean, when was the last time you played a Pokemon game? Chloe's gonna be just running. You asked me that
as soon as I put that water straight in my mouth.
It's gonna be
Does
like
Pokemon Go count?
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we're gonna be walking about, and she's gonna be throwing a Pokeball like at a rock.
Still good fun.
So yeah, we got a lot of Team Violets. I'm personally Team Violet.
A lot of Team Violets in the chat.
I'm going Team Violet. Drevin says we already pre-ordered. I'm getting Scarlet. My brother's getting Violet. That's sick. Yeah, that's always good when you got like a sibling. You can kind of just like trade between each other with the exclusives on each version. My wife plans on getting Scarlet, and her brother is getting Violet. Oh, see, yeah. I'm gonna have to get Pokey Reggie.
I've seen a lot
to
of Scarlets now. Pokey Reggie to jump on board.
He's gonna have to get Scarlet for me. I'm gonna have to do some trades. Wait, Umbreon says Suicune, Raikou, and Entei all Art V cards will be out soon. Huh? Wait, what? When? How? I've missed that one.
Where? Who? What? When? Where? And why?
Is that gonna be promos?
Are they gonna be like a box?
Like
if the EV ones?
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Umbreon, I need to know more about that, please. That would be cool. If they do them like the Evolution premium collection boxes, that would be really cool.
Average is saying that Pokemon is beginning to look a lot like Digimon to him.
Really? The only card I would agree with is that Urshifu VMAX alt art, the Rapid Strike one, the blue one.
Oh, yeah, I know. I actually saw a picture of that somewhere today. Yeah, I know what one you mean.
That looks a bit Digimon-like. But I don't collect enough Digimon to know. But I hope you're doing good, average player. Thank you for jumping in. We've got Taylor here as well. Bree as well. Sorry, Bree, we haven't said hi. Hope you're doing good. She says, I need that Suicune badly. Yeah, I need all 3. If they're doing that, that'd be cool.
Oh, I've seen them leaked. Can't remember where, though. I'm going to be Googling that ASAP.
Yeah, that would be really cool if they do that. But in terms of like finishing off the set, I think that V-Star universe would be the best way to do it.
That would be a very, very good way to end things, I think, and close off the Sword and Shield era. And yeah, anything like that that's really just something really hype, gets people really excited, starts off the year good as well. I feel like then it sets the right path, kind of like what they did with Brilliant Stars this year. It was like
the best
wild
way.
And they did like that's still my favorite like build up, I think, to a set of recent times. And it was still my favorite.
Yeah, actually. I agree.
Lost Origin Trainer Gallery is like up there.
It is.
But as a general set, Brilliant Stars, I personally prefer it.
I really like the alt arts in Lost Origin too.
They did a good job with them. I wasn't 100% sure to begin with, but now the more I've opened it, the more I'm loving it.
I didn't realise how much people loved the Rotom alt art. Everyone was like, I love the Rotom one. I was like,
it's cute. The colours are nice, but doesn't do it for me.
Bree says, I'm really curious about the new era of Pokemon cards after Sword and Shield. So there's one thing we do know is that EX cards are returning. Yeah. We actually at Worlds saw the reveal. There's been a couple cards revealed that are going to be EXs. I think there was a Magnezone.
Yeah, I can't remember what the cards were on the actual
There's the 2 new Pokemon coming. So you know in Scarlet and Violet you get those legendaries. It almost looks like from the beginning where one's a bike and one's like a primal one, but it also has wheels. So they're both bikes.
One's a bike?
It is. You ride it.
If my grandma
you literally ride it.
Been a bike.
So they're getting an EX card as well, which will be cool. So yeah, EX cards are returning. It'll be interesting.
Look good.
They do look cool. I'm surprised that they haven't kind of gone to a new style or even that they brought them back.
Yeah, there's obviously something that made them, because obviously they've been with, you think everything new that's come out this year that we hadn't seen before, what made them decide for the new era to almost go back on themselves, but obviously there was a reason they do it.
But then again, they're also going to do, I'm sure, obviously Sword and Shield had VMAX for the Gigantamax.
Yeah.
The whole new mechanic for the new era is the test.
Oh yeah, it's
I always want to say terrestrial, but it's like test. They're called Terra Pokemon from the trailer. I remember.
Terrestrial. No, that's what you just said.
Yeah, that's not what it is. It's like Tessa or something, but they're called Terra Pokemon.
Teslas.
Yeah, but they have like they turn
Teslas.
into like jewels, but they can have any type. So I think we'll get some really cool cards from that. You'll probably get. Actually, do you know what? It will kind of remind me of like Delta Species. You know how Delta Species had like a fire Mewtwo. And you had like a lightning Charizard.
Yeah.
I reckon we're going to get cards like that again. It might actually be a bit of a... There it is. Beth said it.
How do you...
Terrestrialize.
Terrestrialize. There we go.
Terrestrialize. Is that even a word?
It is now.
I know a terrestrial, ET phone home, but... Terrestrialize.
We got Mounty here as well. Thanks for jumping in, Mounty. What do you think they'll do with EX cards, artwork wise? Make them the same or bring in a new style?
So haven't they got that new like hollow effect that runs over them? Someone posted, I'm sure it was a Japanese card, and I'm sure it was I can't explain it. I can't explain the hollow pattern that sort of...
I didn't see it. From what I saw from the trailer, it looked like they were just the same old EX
It
cards.
looked like they were, but I have a feeling that this is going to be like,
different.
Oh my God, what is it? What does it look like? You keep talking and I'm gonna dwell on it.
In terms of artwork, it's going to look very similar to how they did EX in like the XY series or era, but Chloe's apparently saying they've got a new thing.
So you know like the Mario Pikachu full arts have that. It's like that sparkle that goes.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I saw that, and the whole point of the person doing the post was saying that is what like the EX is gonna. Don't take my word for it, but I'm sure that's what I saw. Someone might know in the chat, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
They do that in English, or will that stick to Japanese?
Well, the whole point was that they were saying that they were excited to see it in English, but I don't know if they were just getting wind from somewhere and thought it was coming over. But I am sure I saw a post, and it was not long after we got back from Worlds, obviously when the hype of the card and the images got released, but I might be completely wrong on that one.
That'd be cool though. I'll definitely take that. But yeah, I was just saying, like, I actually think that'll be really cool. I think we're going to get a bit, because what I've noticed is that Pokemon like to do a little subtle throwback to a lot of cards. And I think these Terra Pokemon are going to be very much like Delta Species, where you're going to have really cool Pokemon, but as different types. You're going to have like a Lightning Charizard, like we had in Delta Species. You're going to have the what was it? The Fire Mewtwo. Fire Mew as well.
Are they going to look weird because they have to have that thing above their head?
Yeah.
It's not just going to be the Pokemon looking like a different type. It's going to look like a completely different thing.
That's the thing I don't like. I wish that they didn't have that on top of their head. It looks a bit kind of weird because they're all it's basically per type. So every Pokemon that turns into like a fire type is going to have like that chandelier looking thing above its head, and then
describe them as crowns.
Yeah, well, don't know if I'm a fan of that. I don't know how that's going to translate to actual TCG as well. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe they'll just not add it, but who knows? But I'm almost going to predict that we're going to get 2 types of new Pokemon cards in that set as well. From obviously we've had Amazing Rares and Radiance.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what we get.
Like the next.
Yeah.
Step on from that is.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see.
Because Beth was just saying there, maybe they'll look like Radiant cards.
Yeah, maybe. That'll be pretty cool. But then at the same time, I feel like they're going to do something that looks completely different just because people will be like, oh, this is the same as Radiant cards. But who knows? I'm super, super excited for it.
We shall see. It's not far away now. We're already in the 10th of October. Like, it was going to be Christmas before we know it, and then it's going to be the new year.
Yep. We got Crazy Cactus in the building. How's it going, buddy? We have Nellis here. He says, my favorite Pokemon is Ditto. I want to collect them all. I feel like that's a lie. How's it going, Nellis? I'm craving a Creams cookie right now. Me and the butler had one yesterday with Nellis. It was very, very good. Mounty says tag team cards though. I honestly thought we were going to see a return of tag team cards.
There was so much talk about that.
Maybe it was an era too quick because obviously they were in Sun and Moon. So maybe they're going to just miss it out for Sword and Shield, and then maybe might see him return in Scarlet and Violet. That'll be really cool. Who's seen the new Pokemon Wiglet as well? Have you seen it? Mm-hmm. That's enough of that said.
It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, that was.
I thought the name Wiglet was a joke when I think it's while we were away, and you were like, "Have you seen Wiglet?" I was like, "Yeah, but what's it actually called?" And you were like, "No, it's called Wiglet."
I thought Wiglet was it's actually a whole new Pokemon. But I thought it was like you know how you have like a Alolan Vulpix? Yeah. I thought it was going to be like a Scarlet and Violet Diglett, but it's actually
it's an entire
new Pokemon, which is interesting. But we got Lechonk.
I'm ready for Lechonk.
Lechonk. If we do the playthrough, that's your Pokemon. that's Lechonk.
I'm Lechonking all day.
Yeah.
I feel as though Wiglet might have been like a purpose.
Panic.
An advertising ploy.
A panic
because
design.
They knew everyone would just spread it around.
Yeah.
I mean, they did. Yeah, like it. They do things that do sometimes make me think people catch onto it and it spreads like wildfire.
I was just seeing Cactus'
I
comment.
can't read that out.
He said, "Yeah, we got a new one. We had my Willy and now we got my Wiglet." Wiglet looks like, oh no. Okay, we're not going to continue that comment. I need to stop doing that. I need to proofread comments before I start reading them.
Proofreading is key.
Yeah. But guys, keep hitting that like button if you have. We're like 5 likes away from 50. Keep smashing that like button.
And keep subbing if you haven't already. We're going to do a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers.
We should have got a sub count.
You're 971.
Oh. We are 29 subscribers away. Share it out. Let's get to. Can we hit 1,000?
That's quick maths for Dean.
I was gonna say that was a bit too quick maths. I had to
just pick the number, close my eyes and pick the number. First one that came to my head. So yeah, if you could Wig Trio, could you imagine? No, let's not. So yeah, if you could share the stream out, that'd be great. If we could hit 1,000 before the end of the stream, that'd be absolutely craziness.
Yeah, we'll give something away. We'll give something away good as well. Just trying to look around, see what we've got.
I just see lights. That's all I'm seeing right now. I'm like, I can't see anything.
Don't walk towards it, whatever you do.
It's very bright. But yeah, other things we're looking forward to is we spoke about it briefly. Worlds in Japan next year. I'm super hyped for that one.
Next year.
Is anyone planning on going? I know you're about to ask the question. You nearly jumped out your seat there. But oh no. While we hear Chloe's idea of, it's going to be like, let's open a pack and eat a scorpion on a stick. Like, it's going to be something like that. But if you're planning on going, let us know in the chat. And let's hear this idea that is going to ruin our lives.
No, I need to just think it through properly first. Just give me 1 second. Just give me one.
It'll basically be like, right, so I live, but you might not.
You'll also be really interested next year for Worlds to see what they do with the full art trophy card.
Yeah, so the trophy card we picked up has been the same artwork for 6 years. Am I right in thinking?
I don't know if it's quite that long. It's definitely a few years.
Yeah, it's been around for a while, and apparently, don't know if this is confirmed or not. Sorry, I was just working out what she was like. Yeah, that's good. Apparently, they're going to change the artwork, which will be really cool because obviously we've had this artwork for a while now, so it'll be really interesting to see what they're going to do. And then also, I'm curious to see if, because it's in Japan, will it be a Japanese card or will it be in English? Because originally they used to be in Japanese. I don't even know what year they converted to.
Must have been around 2010 or 2011, I'd guess. Only because the black and white era had the half art trophy cards.
And was that in English?
In English, yeah. So
right.
That would have been around, but was it Call of Legends was 2010.
Yeah.
And black and white started 2011, I think.
So, yeah, I don't know why they changed that. I guess maybe just to make it more commercial for the West.
Yeah, I presume so.
So maybe not then. Maybe it won't.
Maybe it was while Pokemon was in a slump and they tried to. Although I suppose were the trophy cards really ever targeted towards TCG collectors?
I don't know.
No, I mean,
I guess not.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it'll be interesting to see if what that card looks like, to be fair. But I'm very excited. I see Sam said he's going. But yeah, we're definitely going to try and go because I've always wanted to go to Japan. You are absolutely itching to tell me your idea.
So, earlier we were talking about The Grudge.
Yeah.
So the house it was filmed in is actually abandoned, but you can still kind of go.
Just putting.
What, it's in Japan?
Yes.
I'm putting an anti-curse on me right
now. The film was based in Japan, so we can go.
So we get The Grudge to open a pack for us.
Well, we can kind of go towards the house and maybe see if there's some sort of like.
I don't want to get a curse put on me, like for the rest of my life.
To you?
Where in Japan?
I once did a Ouija board with Marks and Spencer sausage rolls, okay, and I'm still here to tell the tale, right?
Oh my.
But where?
Goodness.
What do you mean we're in Japan?
Is it near where we're going?
Well, I don't know. We'll work that out. But we've got 4 weeks, so we can travel. We're not stuck to Yokohama for the whole time.
To the Grudge house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably not even in Japan. Yeah. Okay. So.
I just looked it up. Okay. I've got confirmation. Don't panic. All right. Do not panic.
Just want to live a normal life. Just don't want to. I don't want to be looking around my shoulder and seeing The Grudge next to me for the next.
Well, and if
rest
you
of my life.
then that's the vibe we're going for. We've got to give the people what they want to see, okay?
No one
if
wants to see
anyone
that.
has any good suggestions of slightly on the edge videos we could possibly film in Japan, please let me know, because I'm really trying over this next year to push some of the limits and push myself with some fun content, and I want to do stuff that is gonna be not like over the top, but like fun for people to watch. People like seeing other people scare themselves, maybe in some slight pain, and that sort of comedy edge to it.
What platform are you watching?
That is where I'm going, but we're going to involve Pokemon, obviously, okay? So the idea when Dean sort of was like, oh, Evolving Skies, I know where you're going with this. My idea was to skydive while I open a Pokemon pack, and then I thought Evolving Skies would be perfect. Skies falling out of the sky, that kind of vibe. So just throw your ideas at me, because I'm going to try and pursue as many as possible. Whether he joins or not is completely up to him. Whether he waves from the sidelines, I'm good with it.
I just know that you're gonna somehow be fine, and I'm gonna not. Like, that's all I can just tell.
We'll take out some sort of insurance for you, okay?
Oh yeah, that's great for me. Like, that's brilliant. Like, people could get the money, but I won't.
I can see Dean being the type that puts on all the gear, but then supports you from the floor.
Yeah, exactly. I know, that's okay. That is okay.
You'll land from skydiving, and I'll just jump like, oh my god, whoa, that was crazy. That was absolutely. Or I'll just be folding up a parachute. Open Pokemon cards while hanging upside down until you pass out. I mean, this just doesn't sound fun, if I'm being totally honest.
Very vampirish.
I don't like bats either.
Maybe we could go to, where is it,
You'd need to be
Transylvania?
strapped in. I don't think you'd be able to hold yourself upside down.
It almost sounds
Well,
like
it
it's a
depends
little
what
bit like dangerous. I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
We don't want to end up in hospital, okay? Just fun, slightly scary. Kind of like a roller coaster. It's slightly scary, but it's fun. That's another idea. We're going to open packs.
Have you been seeing those clips of roller coasters I've been showing you recently?
Yeah, but we're not going to go on any of those ones. Those are always in some really obscure place where there's a teenager who doesn't even know what time of the day it is, and they're in charge of a roller coaster. We're going to go to like Universal and like, you know, that kind of...
Right.
Don't be too excited about it.
All right, okay. I'll agree to some.
Go to Antarctica and open Chilling Rain.
I'll just open one in the freezer. I'll just open the door. Oh, I'm in Antarctica. Look at the ice. And then just open it. What else is everyone saying? Thought Park? Nope, not a chance. Open packs in a Japanese maid calf. What are they, Beth? I've never heard of them. I hope that's something.
I don't know whether to be excited or scared.
Yeah.
That's PG. I thought I said Transylvania, Gerfrey. Apologies.
Open a vivid voltage on a telephone. Like, yeah, these are getting honestly.
I mean, we're not talking. We're not going that far, guys. We're not going that far. Fun, okay. Fun.
Gertpreet's here as well, by the way. How's it going, Gertpreet?
How are we
Thank
doing,
you for
Gertpreet?
jumping in. But yeah, there should be some cool content. That, like, all jokes aside, we are looking to, as Chloe said, push the boundaries. I'm sure there's some cool things. I'm not even.
Sense of danger is opening Pokemon packs with his eyes closed.
Yeah. So yeah, we're looking to do some really, really cool stuff next year, and even some stuff that is just a little bit different to what you usually see. So keep an eye out for that. And hopefully we can give you the content that you guys would enjoy to watch. So hopefully skydiving isn't involved, but who knows. You can interview people on the street for their favorite Pokemon and set a time limit. Goal is to complete the Pokedex chosen gen from a Pokedex. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's so many ideas like I have.
There's a lot, yeah.
It's just we just need to get a right sort of space and stuff like that we can do it. It'll be really, really cool. Open battle styles while getting punched by Anthony Joshua. Yeah, okay. Right. That sounds so fun. We got MMA Sport in the building. How you doing? Thank you for jumping in. But yeah, what else can we talk about? I mean, guys, as mentioned, we are doing a live Q&A in today's episode.
Yes, if you've got any questions as well, like we said, it's been a while since we've actually been able to answer questions on both of our channels.
Yeah.
Opening Lost Thunder packs on a plane in a thunderstorm, we'd actually have to like be fully researching the weather, like mix up pack openings and exploring some true crime scene. Oh my god.
Why?
Do you know what, Gertpreet? I actually had an idea earlier where we could like actually Dean suggested it. the electric chair one.
No. That was a joke.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, you say a joke and then
And then she's like, oh, that sounds sick. I'm like, no, that was meant to be a joke.
Oh, but no, that could be good because you can go to like places where things yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff that we can do for sure.
Sounds like Cluedo. It was
That'd be
Rupert
quite a
in
cool
the
one that
kitchen
Beth
with the
just mentioned.
Pokeflow. Huh?
One Beth just mentioned, make mystery boxes for each other and swap and open them live.
That's
Something
a really
like
good
that,
idea.
card
That's a
show
good
would be quite
idea,
good as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, so funny you say that, Beth. I just opened up a video on my channel today of a mystery box from Chloe.
And I've got one to open.
It's right here.
That's just down there.
Here it is. There you go. I gave this. as you can see,
mystery box.
Some massive effort put into it. Just let her know it's from me. Got my name on there. Chloe's going to be opening this up on her channel this week.
I'm going to be filming that tomorrow, hopefully. And we'll be getting that out over the weekend.
So yeah, that's
a good
really
idea.
cool.
Yeah, that is a good idea. That's kind of like a teaser to it almost.
Okay, so Steve actually has a question for PSA submissions at the 15. I've missed it. The comment's gone. At 15.
It's the mystery part of the box.
It's just a reminder because there's so many boxes in here. She's probably gonna send it to someone. But for PSA submissions at $15 level, how much do you worry about the 199 value limit when submitting? So, I'm quite new to submitting, if I'm being totally honest.
So basically, for example, you had like a Skyridge Holo and you wanted to submit it on the $15 service level. It would not be the right thing to do. For example, if the card was very clean and was likely to come back a 9 or 10, it is going to be worth more than the $199. So all that's going to happen is you are going to be upcharged to the appropriate service level that matches the value of the card once it's graded. So some people don't realise that, you can't submit these massive value cards on the lower service levels. Well, you can, but it doesn't make any sense because all that's going to happen is you're going to be upcharged to the level that actually matches the value of the card once it's graded. So it's almost worth, if you're not sure about some things, is maybe researching some of the PSA 8, 9, 10 values of your cards before you submit them, especially if they're very clean copies and they're likely to come back as the higher grades, because that is what you should be expecting they return as. So if they are going to exceed that value, like the $199 and then so on with the other service levels, there really isn't any point because all that's going to happen is you're going to pay the money anyway for the upcharge. If you don't pay the upcharge or you can't pay the upcharge, your card won't be sent back to you graded. They can't send back because obviously it's then worth a certain value once it's graded. So I hope that makes it. That's kind of like the best way I can explain it as clearly as possible.
The only thing I would say is that always be ready to pay an upcharge. If you want to risk sending it, because obviously, as Chloe's mentioning, if you've got a card, especially like modern, say for instance the All Art Giratina, I think it goes for like £700 in a PSA 10, which obviously is higher than the $200 value for bulk. Where you could risk it, because even I have seen some people put high cards in a bulk submission and it just go through.
It slipped through.
So I would say be prepared if you are willing to risk to put it through bulk that you may get upcharged, especially if it's a well-known card that is a very valuable card. For instance, if you're putting a base set Charizard in that looks like it could get a 10, PSA are going to know that is worth over $200. Some cards they might not know, but I would always just say if you're willing to risk it, be prepared to pay an upcharge. But at the end of the day, as Chloe said, you may as well pay the extra tier or the extra amount for the next tier because you're going to get it back quicker as well.
I think the only thing I would say, for example, if you were submitting, let's say base Charizard and it was really beat up and it's not going to get that 8, 9 or 10, there is no point submitting it on the higher level. That sort of thing can go through on the cheaper service levels because even once it's fully graded, maybe not with bulk at the $200 because even a beat up Zard can be worth a fair bit. But if there's a card that's not going to get the higher grade and maybe you're just encapsulating it because it's more like of a sentimental card or you just want it graded, you don't care about the grade, you can then submit it on those cheaper service levels because it's never going to be worth more in a PSA 4, 5 and 6. But just for an example, I submitted some first edition Charizards for a customer recently and they were actually put through on the walkthrough level, and that was the customer's choice, but also again having looked at the cards, looking at what sort of grades they're going to be coming back. Also, some people might just want to pay the expensive service levels because they want their cards back quicker. There are people who have money and money's no issue, so they're like, you know what, I just want to pay it and get it back. But when you're talking about doing it, against the value and making the right decisions, those are the sort of things
to look out for.
So do just bear in mind, if you are submitting big cards, whether you choose those cheaper service levels, if they get the high grades, they are going to be upcharged, and you do need to be able to be prepared to pay those extra fees for those cards, because obviously once they're graded, you now own something that's a lot more expensive than it was in its raw form.
And if you don't know what that upcharge would be, I'm pretty sure it's the value, it would be the tier, at what that value of the card would be in.
Yeah.
So for instance, say the card you submitted was in bulk, which has a value of $200, and the card was worth $450, it comes back a 10, then you'd get charged on the value level, which has a value up to $500. Am I right in saying that, Bala?
Yeah, that's correct.
And you can go on PSA's website, you can look at all the different tiers, all the different grading levels, and it will show you what each one covers up to. So like we said there, value covers up to 199, value covers up to bulk covers up to 199, value covers up to 499, and then it goes up and up and up. Don't obviously just go and double check on the website.
You don't really ever get a one tier upcharge.
You're unlikely to get a 2-3 tier, unless you're
submitting obscure
crazy, But
Also,
I do get people that say, oh, can I submit this, and they want to submit it on a service level, and I have had to say to some people before, like, I can't submit it on that level for you, because whatever happens, like, I've seen how clean the card is, you're going to get upcharged. So really, you should be going in at the right level when submitting.
So hopefully that helps, Steve. Also, Nort, I liked your idea. Throw a dart at a map and go Pokemon shop in there. So definitely WhatsApp me that one, so I don't forget that one.
That's fun. That
new thing coming up that you guys have. That could be.
Yeah.
Can I just ask a question? What if it lands somewhere?
What if it lands in the sea?
We get a yacht.
You got a snorkel.
I
said snorkel.
We can go on a cruise.
We cannot go on a cruise.
We can go on a cruise that passes through. What if it lands somewhere that's like illegal or dangerous, then we're definitely not going.
Yeah, if it's Bermuda Triangle, you're like, no, not happening.
Bermuda's a nice place.
Triangle ain't. You don't come back. But yeah, Nort, defo WhatsApp me that. Or Nellis. Who else has put something? We've got Major Apple here. I hope you're doing well. Castle says, how about you each pick 10 cards from your own collection that you think could have a chance at a PSA 10 and send them off to grade. Whichever person has the most 10s keeps the person's cards.
Could get expensive for the loser.
Yeah.
Could be a good video though.
Could be a great video, but I mean...
We'll come back.
Who wants to lose 10 cards?
Yeah. And what cards are we submitting as well?
Can they just be 10 common cards? But yeah, that would be pretty cool, Castle. I like that a lot. I like that.
I saw slightly further up, Icklebear Pokemon asked earlier, now that the Sword and Shield era is coming to an end, what sets would you predict to grow in demand in the future?
From Sword and Shield?
I presume so. An interesting thought I had with that one personally, if you took values aside, I find the value of something like Evolutions compared to Evolving Skies, for me, already quite a disparity. I'd say if you took value away and offered me an Evolutions box and an Evolving Skies box to open
for content,
for my personal enjoyment,
yeah,
I'd probably open the Evolving Skies box.
Yeah.
So then when you bring in the aspect of one of them's currently £220 and one of them's £600, do we think things like Evolving Skies, even though they've seen a massive increase recently, are still underpriced?
I think there's a few things you have to take into consideration when it comes to pricing with boxes, and that is, like you mentioned, the content, so what you're actually opening, the hype around it. For instance, the one thing that Evolutions has over Evolving Skies is the nostalgia feel to it. There isn't anything in Evolving Skies where you go, oh my god, I remember this. Whereas a lot of people who grew up around base set, this was their only option into opening up base set again. Obviously, during the boom, base set boxes were going from $15,000 to $30,000. There's no one on this right, or there's no one. There's like 1% people who can afford that.
Yeah.
Whereas Evolution, at the time was £100 a box. It went up to what it is now, to like 700 to 1,000. So there's the contents, there's the nostalgia to it, and then also I think I guess, well, neither of these really have that. I was going to say playability. So is there cards that have that were like a big deal at the time, which I don't think either of them have. So I think that the fact that I agree. I think you'd have so much more fun opening up Evolving Skies just because there are so many more hits in there. And you can get those boxes where it's like crazy amount of hits, whereas XY era you kind of were limited to only a certain amount of hits. So I would say if we were comparing the prices of the boxes from all the sets in Sword of Shield, I would say it's underpriced, even though it is starting to go up a bit. I think Evolving Skies would definitely be probably top 2 boxes from the Sword and Shield era that will be the most expensive. For instance, in XY, the likes of Flashfire is way more expensive than Evolutions, but it's just because there's 5 Charizards or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that personally it is undervalued if you're comparing them to the other sets from that era, because Evolving Skies, Brilliant Stars, Vivid probably are going to be the most top 3 expensive sets from this era.
When you think about what's in the,
because you've got Amazing Rares, you've got the Chonkachu, you've got then the 5 Zards in Brilliant Stars. I think Brilliant Stars will probably
Brilliant Stars is gonna.
It'll be the most expensive set when we're a couple years down the line, and then I think it's going to be Evolving Skies. So yeah.
I do just want to say something. The Butler does have a mic, but I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I was talking towards Dean instead of talking into my mic when I was saying it. That was my fault. Sorry.
And I think yours might just be a slightly bit quieter as well. But
it's got to just touch people like this.
Hello there.
So hopefully that helped out. Is there any more questions, guys? Keep throwing in the questions. We can go for a bit longer if you want.
Yeah. What's the sub count?
Oh, let's have a look.
Drum roll, please.
974.
Oh, we're like 26 away. Maybe.
You were on point with the quick math.
Quick math. we're only 100 and we hit 15k.
Oh, that was brilliant.
So yeah, is there any more questions? I thought I saw another one in the chat. Maybe have a quick scroll. Oh my goodness, thank God there was no liquid in that. The stream would have been locked off differently. When are you getting a haircut? I know, then
I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
My barber's away during my birthday too, so it's a little bit peak.
I'm getting a cut and dye. What's
my favourite character from Sword and Shield? Are you talking about Pokemon or are you talking about people characters? I think Leon for me. If we're talking about people. What about you? Yeah, good question.
Sorry, I was really picking my spot there. I'm not really sure.
Should we phone in
a
friend?
Back, yeah, can we phone a friend? Come back to me on that one.
Literally, Jedi, just put when are you getting a phone in?
It's not happening.
I saw one from Beth earlier.
Yep.
Have you guys ever cross-graded cards over to PSA, and how have you found it?
Beth, so good you asked that question. Go check out today's video and you will see that is exactly something I did. I recently, or when we were in America, I purchased a BGS 8.5 base set Charizard.
Great purchase.
And I cross-graded it with the help of the butler. And yeah, in today's video, you can see what grade that got in a PSA slab.
And I'm going to do a video where I'm going to crack some things.
Some bones. Yeah.
Yeah, after I skydive.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to crack some slabs and do a bit of,
cross-grading.
Jiggery pokery.
Yeah, we were talking about doing that in America at the time. We still haven't done that.
Yeah, we've still got the slabs.
I've still got the slabs.
We bought the slabs for the video.
I just haven't done it. I just need to do it.
Good one from Bree. Favourite alt arts of the year?
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
This year, my favourite alt art would have to be...
Have you watched Malcolm in the Middle before? Well. I feel like you're slightly not here at the moment. I feel like
it takes me a while to process these things. And
this is live.
Okay, alt art Charizard, just because it was such a hyped and big one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with the alt art. No, you're gonna have to come back to me.
All right.
I'm
just looking up to the screen there. I see Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey's with us. Hi, babe.
Right. Okay, Butler, you can go next.
I think to look at, I really like the Glaceon VMAX.
Is that this year, though?
I don't know if that was this year.
No, that was last year.
Wait, what did Bree ask?
Was Chilling Rain this year?
No, well, Bree's saying Moonbreon, so yeah, we'll do all
okay,
art.
if we're including Evolving Skies, then yeah, I'm going to go Moonbreon, and I really like the Glaceon as well.
I was going to
say,
I really
it has
like
all the Pokemon in the background.
To look at the Rapidash, which I think is that Chilling Rain.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Chilling Rain
really nice
has some banging alt arts, and they just get overlooked. They're just impossible to pull.
The Moltres from that set.
Yeah,
unreal.
beauty.
And I like the Zapdos, which I call the Roadrunner. It reminds me of Roadrunner.
I really like the Dragonite V from Evolving Skies as well.
Yeah.
I just think it's a really like sweet, relaxed, like I don't know, it just gives me happy vibes.
I've got a PSA return coming soon, and that's in that. So hopefully that'll get a good grade. For me, I'm going to go for the Zard from Brilliant Stars, obviously, because I'm an absolute Charizard fanboy. I love the Zapdos.
See, it's not that easy when you're...
I'm just going through them all in my head. So we got the Urshifus were pretty cool, but nah.
No.
Moonbryon is top 2 for sure, which I still haven't pulled. Butler pulled it. One random pack. I couldn't believe it.
We were literally walking out the door to the airport as
I
well.
must have opened at least like 50 booster boxes of Evolving Skies, and I still haven't pulled it. The Blaziken is a cool one. Yeah, Beth, I actually like that one too. I like the... no, I didn't really like the Mew ones. The Mew's my second favourite Pokemon. The Noivern I wasn't really a fan of.
No, I wasn't a fan of the Noivern.
Trying to think. Oh, the Gengar. The Gengar and the Rayquaza VMAX as well from Evolving Skies. They're my top 4. Rayquaza, so Charizard, Moonbryon, Gengar VMAX, Rayquaza VMAX,
Nice
and then the Rayquaza V.
Lila's got a question and wants to know what your favourite Pokemon era is.
Ooh.
Butler, this is open to you as well.
You can go first.
I mean, the original base era was obviously the most nostalgic.
Yeah.
But I'll probably say in terms of liking the cards after getting back into it, I'd probably say EX.
Yeah. I remember you loved the Ruby Sapphire, was it not?
Ruby and Sapphire, yeah.
Butler, yeah.
Still got the Master Set.
Yeah.
What about you?
See, for me, again, going back all the way to base set, because obviously when we were maybe Lila's age, for example, that's what we were opening, and we didn't have the likes of YouTube or anything online, so that's what we were literally doing in the playground at school. However, after getting back into the hobby as an adult and rediscovering cards that, again, sets I never collected, I really love the E-Series, and although that falls into the Wizards of the Coast era technically, because it's obviously was printed, E-Series on its own kind of is a bit of its own collective, but I also really like Platinum.
Yeah,
really
Platinum's
like
cool.
Select sets, not the entire era, but the shinies, the level X's, the ARs, particularly in Arceus. I just feel like the sets have a lot to offer, but then it is kind of like when you look at Sword and Shield, there's a lot to offer. There's VMAXs, V-Stars, all Arts Training. It's kind of that thing, but just the older version of it. But yeah, I just love them. Can't get enough of them.
For me, I totally agree with Chloe. Watsy and Butler. Watsy era was the best. I fell in love with the E-Series as well. Expedition's one of my favourite sets. And then I would also agree with like Platinum and Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah,
I love those eras.
Shout out Secret Wonders.
And then one that I've recently really fallen in love with, just in terms of opening packs, is Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I think in terms of artwork, those cards are stunning. The artwork in all the sets are so cool. So I will have to say that Heart Gold, Soul Silver is a very underrated era.
Good shout.
You also have Call of Legends, which is a beautiful set. Some really nice cards too.
Really nice cards in Call of Legends.
That Lugia, I pulled the Ho-Oh, you pulled that Lugia.
Yeah, and I pulled the original Moonbryon, if you want to call it that,
I did too.
and the Lugia in the same pack.
Yeah, I got the Moonbryon and the Ho-Oh.
That's mad. That is mad.
So that's absolutely crazy. So hopefully that helps your question. Was there any other questions?
Favourite cards coming to Silver Tempest. We kind of covered Silver Tempest earlier. We don't know enough about it yet. And there's nothing I've seen that I'm like, oh my god.
The Lugia Rainbow looks cool and the gold.
It looks nice, but it's nothing wild.
Would you ever grade your cards with a different company to PSA? Me personally, for any cards from my collection, I think I'm going to stick with PSA just because I just love sending my cards to PSA. I love my cards being in PSA slabs. Do not get it twisted though, I do own cards that are in CGC cases, and they do look really good. I had a BGS Charizard, but personally I just wanted it for a video to cross grade it, and then also I just love having it in a PSA slab. So if it's to my personal collection, I'm going to be predominantly submitting to PSA.
Yeah, I'm very much a PSA girl, but again, I have CGC slabs, I have some Beckett slabs, but if it was me for my personal collection or any like big cards that I'm thinking, I want to get that slab, for me, I would be sending to PSA.
Butler?
Yeah, I mean, like Sam said, the BGS black labels do look really nice with certain cards.
Yeah.
And different TCGs too.
And yeah, different TCGs. I think the problem with that is I wouldn't want to grade my whole collection hoping for some black labels because they'll be so hard to get.
Yeah.
So as a general collective, I'd always go with PSA. Unless there was something I mean, if I wanted something in a black label specifically, I'd probably end up buying it than trying to grade it.
Bree said a good question. Do you prefer sending in cards to grade or buying already graded cards? I was literally saying this to the butler the other day. I've got the submitting bug. I want to send all my cards off to graded.
Sending in, there is no feeling like getting your cards back in a PSA return.
Yeah.
Buying a graded card, you already know what's going to arrive. And even if it's a big card and it's exciting, I'm all for it because I've done it a lot before. But I've also graded a lot, and like there are cards that I'll never sell now that I've ended up grading, coming up back grades I never thought.
It almost
that
adds
shock of like, oh my god.
It almost adds like an extra level of sentimental because like, especially if you pulled it and it came back a 10.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's
like,
what I mean.
Oh wow, I got literally the best card.
Yeah, or like I've graded cards that other people have pulled me and they've ended up coming back really good grades, and just having them, you know, that just excites me.
Renee says, what's a BGS black label? Is it a specific Beckett grade? So actually, I'll let the butler explain this one.
Yeah, so with Beckett, obviously, I presume you have to have subgrades with a black label.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it has to have sub. So Beckett give you the 4 subgrades that they're grading the card on, and a black label is basically just when it gets a 10, 10, 10, 10 on all 4 subgrades.
So it's, I think CGC have the equivalent of, is it called a pristine 10?
Yeah, it's called a perfect 10.
Perfect
so
10.
CGC also have the pristine 10, which is the same as a BGS 10, which is the gold label where it's 10, 10, 10, 9.5.
Yeah. So
one grade's 0.5.
So if the text is in gold,
yeah,
it's the perfect 10, which is the equivalent of a black label, right?
Yeah. But also with CGC, the pristine 10 is still in gold.
Yeah, it's still in gold.
Oh, is it?
It's the same. It's just a different. They use pristine instead of perfect, but they're both gold 10s.
Just have to pay
and the
close
wording's
attention.
also still in gold. So it's quite similar.
I also think that the perfect 10 they have to put the subgrades.
Maybe.
But
I'm pretty sure I saw some Worlds cards that came back from your 4th print box break that were pristine 10s without subgrades.
Zach got a pristine 10.
Yeah, I don't know about the
Bulbasaur,
perfect.
yeah.
all right.
There were a couple, but I'm not sure if that's subgrades.
Cassie says, I love subgrades. Yeah, they do look cool, especially if you get like a perfect 10.
Just gives you more insight as well into like you can actually look and try and understand why and
it helps you cross grade.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're looking
because you
to
know if
cross-grade.
you've got that chance, whether it's a low 9 or 10 or whether a stronger 9 or 10.
Yeah.
An interesting thing Kazi also said was the poor new grading companies will never make it. I think a point with that, people like someone else just mentioned Ace down slightly further down.
Oh, Lance. Yeah.
I think it's really, when you think about it, I think it's 2 different markets. I think different people send to PSA than would send to Ace.
Yeah.
Ace, people like Ace anyway, and other UK companies especially, have a pull towards being cheap and being quick.
Yeah.
If you want your collection graded, it's a good, quick, cheap option.
Yeah.
I think the people sending to PSA are more value retention, having everything in line, and just sending to that company that have been around for so long.
Yeah, because some people at the end of the day, they just want to get their cards protected. And also, obviously, you got the likes of Ace who have Ace labels. It's a completely new way of looking at slabs with kind of like the custom labels, which look really, really cool. So not only do people just want it for protection, but it also makes a really good like display piece. That obviously with PSA, it's just a standard label that looks the same, but with Ace, you can customize it to the Pokemon card, which is a really cool feature. So
especially if you have an actual display and you want that really colourful instead of bland, because PSA slabs are bland.
Yeah,
they are all the same colour. There's nothing different. A PSA 10 is a PSA 10. You can't get a black label. There's nothing to distinguish. So if you are someone that wants a little bit more colour, you've got somewhere you want to showcase it. Somewhere like Ace is perfect for that because you get you can have the colour match ones and then the actual Ace labels. So you have like all these different options, all these different artworks. And for some people, that's what they're looking for. They are looking for something different. So even though there are companies that have been around a long time, some of these newer companies are offering something different than these old long-standing companies to draw in that customer base and offer them something new, which for a lot of people will work. And again, somewhere being based in the UK, and you know, there's a lot popping up in the UK. There's a lot that exists in the UK as well now.
Yeah, like the butler said, there is definitely two different markets that they both operate in. Like you said, convenience and quickness, and then the people who are wanting to grade for value and kind of like prestigeness, I guess. So hopefully that helped your question. And in terms of like, what do we think of ace grading? I've held ace slabs. They're really, really strong. They're probably one of the strongest cases I've held.
They're really heavy.
Yeah, they're very, very heavy.
They're closer to the Beckett style case where it's bigger and bulkier, whereas PSA is kind of just a little bit more slimline as such. But
one thing I would say, a lot of people always ask like your opinions on ace, even though you don't use them. Personally, it's like I have nothing wrong against them.
No, I don't.
They probably do
just
a really
because
good job.
I don't use someone doesn't mean I don't.
It's the same as like
it doesn't
CGC.
suit your collection. Everyone has different goals and different opinions on things. It's like, why don't you collect a certain set? You've got nothing against it. You've seen the set. You've maybe opened it. But for you, it's that same kind of
I've got
thing.
nothing bad to ever say about ace. I think that, like I said, they got really, really strong slabs. I think the ace label's a really cool idea. It's like a modern, fresh touch. And
they've done well because they, you know, they're a very new company, but everyone knows about them. They're everywhere, you know. So in that aspect, they've done enough to get their name out there and be recognised. And we saw a lot of slabs at the Cardiff card show and the other card shows we've been to. So yeah, shout out Ace doing their thing. What other questions do we have? Great, Smokey. That's a good point. Do you think other grading companies will ever match the hype of PSA graded card? It seems like PSA 9/10 is more valuable than prestige and prestigious than BGS. I think BGS. I think you're trying to say. I mean, PSA, you can't buy time, so you can't. PSA they have been around a very, very long time, and not just in Pokemon. Sports PSA is huge. So it's like in any industry where there's that market leader, people tend to use a default and always refer to this as a whatever it is. And in the TCG and grading, it's PSA. Everyone's like, well, would that be a PSA 8 or 9 if you were looking at it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just there. They've been around a long time. They've just put themselves...
I've just seen Denham's question. Hold on, before we get to Denham's, I saw Matthew's question or saying, what's your thoughts on Pokemon TCG Live? I have heard it's very, very buggy, so I am still using online. I haven't actually converted over to Live yet because I've heard it's very, very buggy, and I'm going to hold off switching until that's all sorted because, I've heard it's pretty buggy at the moment. But I hope they get it sorted because I love playing the TCG online. So does the Butler. If they can fix that, then brilliant. And then Denom says, Dean, what does PSA stand for? Pretty sick asset. Got a pretty sick asset. That's what it stands for, right? BGS is great for value, but value-wise at 9.5/10 and black label. Yeah, the other thing I'll say about BGS is the labels, unless you get a 9.5. Wait, is 9 gold or is 9
silver? So 9.5 and 10 are gold, and then black label's black.
I think anything under a 9.5 just doesn't do it for me.
I think I think 9 is a metal label still, but silver. Yeah, and then 8 and below is just like a white piece of card.
Yeah. It doesn't look great.
Just doesn't look great.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
So personally, I'm not really a fan. CGC is nice, Jedi. It's actually really nice. I prefer CGC. I like the slabs better than PSA slabs. Yeah, so they're a little bit different because obviously they have the clear slabs where the PSA is slightly frosted.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say about CGC for me personally, even though they're the same size as PSA slabs, the label makes it look longer to my eyes for some reason, and I just quite like the small label of a PSA. So That's just my personal opinion. I know other people, like Bree said, she loves them.
It's a very opinionated topic.
It is.
So you're
It
never
really,
going
really
to
is.
agree with each other on it. It's my opinion on it.
I totally agree. But guys, we've been going for nearly an hour and a half. This might be the longest live episode we've ever done. Should we call it there?
Yeah, I think it's been a good one.
So big thank you to everyone who jumped in. Like I said, we are super close to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. If you do us a massive favor, hit that thumbs up, and also be sure to share the stream out and the channel out to everyone. As mentioned, we are going to be doing a episode that is all around the number 1 trophy card that we picked up, our biggest purchase ever, while we were away in Prague. So definitely keep an eye out for that, because like I said, it's going to be an exclusive video for this channel. So that's like a little exclusive that you guys are going to get. And then we will also be back very soon with another episode with the with the podcast. So if you have any suggestions or things you want us to talk about, be sure to let us know in the comments. Big thank you to everyone who has watched this live episode and put questions in. Hopefully it's been really fun for you guys as much as for us. And that's enough rambling. I've been Pokey Dean. Yeah, thank you, Pokey Butler.
Thank you for having me.
And I've been Pokey Chloe.
And we will see you next time. Ow.
I'll end it. Bye, guys.